I just wanted to give everyone some quick verses, even though it's late right now. I don't remember the part of church or the part of Jesus or in the Bible where it said, after hours you cannot be holy. There is a time limit to when you could spread the word of God. And the Bible verse I wanted to share with you says, "For day after day, they seek me out. They seem eager to know my ways, as if they were a nation that does what is right and has not forsaken the commands of God." That is just so relatable right now in this moment of time. I just want to say that because, like, I was just thinking about how this happens to be the land where slavery happened, where, this people that were derived here and came from and born here, and the whole families of families have lived here in this land for generation upon generation. Before slavery, they killed God, the Son of God Himself. And then to top that off, they healed from that to start slavery. It just looks like a lot of healing, and that just really touched me in this time of me really thinking that and focusing on that, and how, like, realistic that whole angle and aspect of America really is. So many people just think, oh, land of the free, home of the brave, the putting your hand over your heart thing you say in class every single day when you go to school, in those little kids schools. But people don't really take into acknowledge, they don't really like acknowledging that part of that aspect of reality here when you live in the United States, The beginning of time, this was the land where Jesus Christ was crucified by the people that reside here currently to this day. And then they went from the murder of actually God to slavery, to the enslavement of an entire generation. And now the pandemic happened here as well. That could have also been a punishment upon the land. But who knows? I just think about this kind of stuff, I never really I'm not from here. My family isn't from here. I can't say I have a drop of blood in my body that was ever related to somebody that was a slave in this land, or ever related to somebody that owned slaves, to have some kind of entitlement and pride here. So I can really relate to whatever people are feeling right now and going through, but I could definitely say that God has definitely put me here for a reason, and I hope that I find that reason, and it's a positive reason. As hard as it may be for me to live here sometimes, because I think, this is a tough place to be. Like, it doesn't seem like another verse here. That verse that I had just read you was 58:2 in the book of Isaiah, and this is 57:21. It says, "There is no peace, says my God, for the wicked." So that's pretty much answering what I was just basically saying about what I was thinking about this place that I'm here. I'm definitely not a wicked person. I have been for God in all of my ways, in all of my days, in all of my decisions, and all of my mistakes, As a human being in the flesh that I am entitled to, the vessel that I'm in, I did not get the decision. I didn't get the choice to be a perfect person. I made those mistakes. I made those decisions, whether they're good or bad. But at the end of the day, I always try to make the decisions that weren't evil. They might have been some irresponsible decisions. They might have been wrong in the eyes of a lot of people, morally, principalities that people might have developed by themselves over the years, but they were definitely, most of them that I could possibly come up with, were not wrong in the eyes of God, but still sins, kind of, you know what I mean? Most of the mistakes I try to make, I try to basically not have them be evil mistakes, like witchcraft and worshiping the devil. I could definitely say that I've done drugs before, but I have never ever dedicated my life to any sort of witchcraft. It's just the different kinds of mistakes that I wanted to make, just to try and dedicate more of myself to God Himself. I know my hair is short right now and you see me wearing a t-shirt, but I'm not like that either. I am very devoted to the Lord. I just have ethnic hair is the problem. It's expensive. It is hard to maintain. It ruins my skin, all the products that I need to use on it. So I cut it off. And then wearing t-shirts is just a part of my life. Sometimes I don't want my titties everywhere. I don't need that kind of attention from everyone all the time in my life. I believed I've received enough. Sometimes I would like coverage. I would like to be seen as just a passerby. I don't want to be seen with those eyes anymore and treated with that sort of feeling. And no. So I just hope people can respect me and acknowledge this. It's the reality in my life. I really hope that y'all don't take this wrong. You know, I realize sometimes my appearance, my clothing, my fashion tendencies can give us a wrong message, a wrong signal. But it's really not like that. I get into these deep arguments with my husband, and then instead of actually going and cheating on him, I just change the way I dress because it also makes him irritated. He doesn't like that either. Anyways, have a good night. I have stuff to do. I have a light to get to. I'm sure you do as well, or not. You see, with this special book here, you could always find one, an important one, a valid one that you'll care about a lot. Toodles.